Hey there, future Canucks! Dreaming of maple syrup, hockey, and wide-open spaces? Canada's Express Entry system might be your ticket to the Great White North. This system is like a fast track for skilled workers worldwide who want to become permanent residents. Express Entry isn't a separate immigration program. It's more like a superhighway for existing programs like the Federal Skilled Worker Program, the Federal Skilled Trades Program, and the Canadian Experience Class. It streamlines the application process, making it quicker and more efficient for everyone. So, how does this whole Express Entry thing work? It all starts with creating an online profile showcasing your skills, education, and work experience. Canada then selects the top-ranking candidates and invites them to apply for permanent residency. But hold your horses. Before you pack your bags, let's dive into the nitty-gritty of Express Entry and see if you've got what it takes to be a contender. Let's go. Hold on to your toques, folks. Before you get your hopes up about living the Canadian dream, let's make sure you're eligible for Express Entry in the first place. First things first, you need to tick a few boxes. Do you have at least 1 year of skilled work experience? That's a must-have. And what about your language skills? Canada's bilingual, so brush up on your English or French. You'll need to prove your proficiency with a language test. Next, let's talk education. Got a high school diploma or something fancier? Great! You'll need an Educational Credential Assessment, ECA, to show that your foreign education is equivalent to a Canadian one. Lastly, let's talk money, honey. You'll need proof of funds to show that you can support yourself and any family members coming with you. Makes sense, right? Meeting these criteria doesn't guarantee an invitation to apply, but it's the first hurdle to clear on your Canadian adventure. Up next, we'll explore how to create a killer Express Entry profile that will make you stand out from the crowd. All right, aspiring Canucks, listen up. Now that you know you're eligible for Express Entry, it's time to build your online profile. Think of this as your shiny, digital resume, showcasing your skills and experience to the Canadian government. First, head over to the official Canadian government website and create an account. Once you're in, you'll need to provide information about yourself, your work experience, your education, your language skills, and more. Remember that ECA we talked about earlier? You'll need to get that sorted and upload the results to your profile. And don't forget to have your language test results handy too. The higher your scores, the better your chances of getting invited to apply. Your Express Entry profile is your ticket to the next stage, so make sure it's complete, accurate, and up to date. All right, are you ready to unleash your inner marketing guru and create a profile that screams, "Canada, I'm ready for you"? Let's do this. All right, folks, it's time to talk about the Comprehensive Ranking System, or CRS for short. Think of it as the point system that determines your fate in the Express Entry pool. The higher your score, the better your chances of getting an invitation to apply, ITA. You can earn points for things like your age, education level, work experience, language proficiency, English or French, or both, and whether you have a valid job offer. The CRS score is calculated out of 1,200 points, but don't freak out if you're not scoring in the thousands. The minimum score required to receive an ITA varies from draw to draw. The key is to be proactive and strategic about boosting your score. Section 5. The Golden Ticket. Snagging an invitation to apply, or ITA. Once you've created your Express Entry profile and received your CRS score, you'll enter a pool of candidates from around the world, all vying for a coveted invitation to apply, or ITA. Canada holds regular draws, typically every 2 weeks, where they invite the highest-ranking candidates in the pool to apply for permanent residency. Receiving an ITA is a significant milestone in your Express Entry journey. It means Canada has assessed your profile and believes you have what it takes to immigrate successfully. But don't start celebrating just yet. You still need to submit a complete application with all the required documents within a strict deadline, typically 60 days. Patience, persistence, and a little bit of luck can go a long way. Section 6. Boost your CRS score. Tips and tricks. All right, aspiring Canucks, let's talk strategy. We've already established that a killer CRS score is your golden ticket to receiving an ITA. But what if your score is a little lower than you'd hoped? Don't despair. There are plenty of ways to boost your CRS and increase your chances of getting noticed by the Canadian government. First things first, language proficiency. Aim for the highest possible score you can achieve in either English or French, or both. Next up, work experience. The more skilled work experience you have under your belt, the more CRS points you'll earn. Education is another significant factor in your CRS score. Consider pursuing further education, like a master's degree or a postgraduate diploma, to boost your points. Finally, consider exploring provincial nominee programs, PNPs. Receiving a provincial nomination can give your CRS score a significant boost and increase your chances of getting an ITA. Section 7, ITA in hand. Time to make your move. Congratulations, future Canucks. You've worked hard, played your cards right, and finally snagged that coveted invitation to apply, ITA. Now, it's time to kick things into high gear and submit your formal application for permanent residency. Remember that strict 60-day deadline we mentioned earlier? Well, it's time to get serious about gathering all the necessary documents to support your application. We're talking about police certificates, medical exams, proof of funds, and a whole lot more. The Canadian government website outlines all the required documents, so make sure you have everything in order before you hit that submit button. Once you've gathered all your documents, it's time to submit your application online through the Canadian government's portal. After you've submitted your application, all that's left to do is wait patiently, or not so patiently, for a decision. The processing time for express entry applications can vary, but most applications are processed within 6 months. You're on the home stretch now. Section 8, Express Entry. Pitfalls. Don't fall through the cracks. All right, aspiring Canadians, listen up. While Express Entry offers a fantastic opportunity to immigrate to Canada, it's not without its pitfalls. First and foremost, pay close attention to detail. Express Entry is a points-based system, and every point counts. Make sure you're claiming all the points you're eligible for in your profile. Double-check your work experience, education credentials, and language test results. One tiny error could mean the difference between receiving an ITA and being left out in the cold. Speaking of language tests, don't underestimate their importance. Your language proficiency is a crucial factor in your CRS score, so make sure you're well prepared for the tests and aim for the highest possible score. Another common pitfall is submitting incomplete or inaccurate information in your application. Remember, honesty is the best policy. Provide accurate and truthful information and back it up with supporting documents. Stick to official government websites and authorized immigration consultants. Section 9, Express Entry, your fast track to the Great White North. Congratulations, future Canadians. You've made it to the end of our whirlwind tour of Canada's Express Entry system. We've covered a lot of ground, from understanding the basics to navigating the complexities of the CRS score and the application process. But before we set you free to embark on your Canadian adventure, let's recap some of the key benefits of choosing Express Entry as your pathway to permanent residency. First and foremost, Express Entry is designed for speed and efficiency. Unlike traditional immigration programs that could take years to process, Express Entry aims to process most applications within 6 months. Secondly, Express Entry offers a transparent and objective selection process. The CRS score ensures that all candidates are assessed fairly and consistently based on their skills, education, and other factors. This flexibility makes it an attractive option for a diverse pool of candidates. With its strong economy, welcoming communities, and world-class healthcare and education systems, Canada is an ideal destination for individuals and families seeking a better quality of life.